I personally have emailed both CUSD and MPUSD, and I've had a meeting with the assistant superintendent from MPUSD, and no meeting with CUSD, frankly, but we've had emails back and forth. There's very few children involved in this. Like I said, my joke to you all earlier was we're talking about there's 10 times more people in this room than there's kids involved. I know we're not going to talk about the merits, but just quickly, what happened is that, from what I can understand from the tribal elders in the area, this road, Carpenter Street, used to not exist here, this lower part of Carpenter. And there was access from the one, and if you see from Ron's slide here, there was an area right here, apparently that went into this subdivision. And so it was naturally part of the MPUSD at that point. But apparently 40-something years ago, like I said, this is apocryphal from a tribal elder, this road was closed, and then they put in this road here, and they made it all part of this High Meadows area. So what happens is you have a school bus that comes right here at the foot of the street that services CUSD. I called MPUSD and found out there was no bus service. Dan thinks there is, so maybe there is, but there is no children attending, frankly, either school at this point in this area. There's a lot of children in this area that attend this district, so they do have a bus service that comes right here. So what happens is the natural problem is that all these folks here, there is only one outlet now, and these people all share the outlet through this lower Carpenter here, and it turns into High Meadows Drive here. So this group is excluded from the community, and that's how it all started. And apparently, and Mr. Biasotti probably can share with us, for many years, I guess it was looked the other way, and they allowed the students, CUSD allowed the students from this area to share the bus service and go to this district. But I think 8 to 10 years ago or something, they maybe tightened up the policy, and so the informal, what Ron, I think, the informal policy of allowing these students to go to this district was ceased. So I think what happened is when the road ended, this area got kind of cut off and left alone. There's no access to Aguadito, and so it really, our position is it's the natural progression is this one neighborhood should all funnel into one school district. And like I said, there's a bus stop. So that's how it's done.
And what is the accommodation that you're requesting?
The accommodation.
You said that you
I'd like my kids to go to CUSD. There's a bus.
What's your accommodation?
I'd like my kids to be able to go to CUSD.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty simple. I think there's very few children in the neighborhood. When we moved in, we were under the impression, frankly, that CUSD would allow our kids to go to their district, and that there's many families in this area who raise kids that all went to this district. I don't think I've met anyone that had kids that went to this district. A lot of older people, frankly, but I assume the area is going to turn over the years. So all we really wanted to do was see if there's a way to allow our kids to go to this district. Get on the bus right here, go to school. Nothing too dramatic. There's several other kids in the neighborhood. There's nobody, as far as I know, in MPUSD or certainly no one in CUSD.